Oh,
Welcome
great!
to Pokemon
The
Direct.
scratching
I'm
chalkboards.
Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this music. I don't love it, but I like
Oh,
it.
you
provide
would.
The latest news about the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield game.
That's a nice mug.
Oh, that's great.
Again, please
I actually
take a
really
look at
want
this
that
video.
mug. Oh man, here we go.
I like this town. I love this town.
Oh, what the heck is that? For some reason, the first thing I saw was underwear. Hi, new fan art character. Unless he's our rival. He's totally our rival, isn't he?
Yeah, there's no way he'd be.
Yes, I'm totally fist bumping my score, bunny.
What?
What the heck? Whoa, hold on, I can't process this all at once. What's going on?
I like one of those.
I didn't have to, I was like trying to like get every single detail, just like, but, oh, of course. Whoa! A Dark Crow Pokemon! That actually does not look like a Mafia boss, because that's not how the Mafia works.
I'm really hoping there isn't going to be like talking. Because I'm not sure if I like this music.
Seriously, that thing looks awesome! Wait, so they're just around?
Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, that's a Milotic! I don't have to go 1,000 lengths anymore! I mean, I hope it's not too easy.
Okay, so is it open world?
What? Is this a multiplayer thing? Where you fight what is basically a difference to, like, totems, I guess, in this game? I guess they'll explain later.
What?
What is going on? What is going on? Kaiju fights! You're going to hate every minute of this, I bet, when they explain it. Because I have nothing to say here. I don't even know. I don't even know. That reminds me of that big Pokeball that they needed to catch the Spiritomb with in the anime. The big stone Pokeball.
Don't like that design.
Whoa, that guy does not look finished.
Okay, so the
yes.
gym battles are giant?
What is going on? I have a feeling I might hate this. But I'm willing to just like wait. Also, how is this going to translate to the anime?
So I'm gonna have to rewatch that for sure.
Yeah, but they're going to go in depth with it. This is a 16-minute direct. Of course they're going to go in depth.
From Game Freak. Hi, I'm Omori from
The two villains of the
Oh,
franchise.
don't you start.
The current evil team.
Don't you start.
We would like to deliver the latest news on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield to all of you around the world, right here.
The
from
thing
Game
is,
Freak's
if
offices
all of that was like
underway.
boss only, but I'm just scared of what it's going to mean for the Pokemon mechanics.
Because
Take
you're
on
always
the main
because you're thinking it's going to be
resides
the
in the Galar
new
region.
big thing
After
that
choosing
nobody's
Grookey,
really going to care about.
Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first
Yes.
partner Pokemon, you will embark on an
If it is
adventure
in
to
competitive,
become the
imagine the
champion.
screen size for all that kind
Your
of stuff
journey will
for the
take
new
you through vast and
battles.
lush
Okay, but I'm trying to hear
towns
this.
in which you
Very
will find humans and
curious.
Pokemon working together,
This is the
and many
basic
other locations
humans
filled with
Pokemon working
rich
together stuff,
personalities.
man. Oh, it's why not?
Pokemon battles are the most popular form of entertainment in the Galar region. Stadiums across the Galar region are frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and challengers.
And witness some
Yes, this is a gym.
some
The excitement
known
of these
new
battles
knows
is often
mutants.
broadcast on television in the Galar region as well.
So
The most
people were
exciting
right.
part of visiting a new region is, of course, encountering Pokemon that you've never seen before.
I think you disagree on that.
To tell you more about some of the Pokemon that
Yeah,
reside in the Galar
yeah,
region,
it's
I'd
up
like to
there,
hand
but
it
it's
over
not
to
the most
James,
important
the
part
art
for me.
director on these games.
James Turner?
No, James from Pokemon.
Hello,
Okay, everyone's gonna be really excited.
I worked as the art director for these games. There are a lot of never-before-seen Pokemon.
I'm honestly, I'm a bit more interested in the Pokemon designs now,
But allow
because
me
James
to
is good.
introduce you to just a few of them.
That's
The
told
first
you we'd be
Pokemon
going
I
over
want
them
to show you
specifically.
Is Wooloo.
Oh look, sheep in
Yeah,
the big
like-
city.
Defining characteristic is its fluffy fur, which is treasured by weavers in a town in the Gala region.
I like
It's
this
the
guy.
most popular specialty good.
I mean, it is like
This
a really
Pokemon
cute
here
like common.
is
It seems.
Gossifleur, the flowering Pokemon. Gossifleur favors places with clean air and water.
I like this
Pollen
one.
is said to have
I
healing
think.
properties.
Oh my gosh!
This next
Stop
Pokemon
making
is
plant
called
Pokemon that have
Dreadnought.
pollen with healing properties. Everyone has healing properties or
The
calm
sharp
people down.
and jagged
Jeez.
edges of its jaw allow it to bite off chunks of rock and iron.
Finally have
Vicious
6
nature
turtles,
makes
I
it a
think.
difficult
Is this a
Pokemon
6
to tame
turtle Pokemon?
for all
No.
I'd have to really think about it.
trainers. This Pokemon
say most
that can be
experience, but
seen
wait.
flying steadily through the sky is called Corviknight. It puts its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player
taxi?
back to any town he or she has previously visited.
Wait a
No sense
minute.
to fly.
As many of you
So-
already know, some
So you
Pokemon
have
can
to catch that
evolve,
to fly?
changing their
I'm not-
appearance and becoming
Wait,
stronger
wait.
in the process.
Wait,
Gossifleur
we're already showing the evolution
is
for
one of
this?
these Pokemon.
I mean, it's one of these, but whatever.
When Gossifleur evolves,
The evolution music for this in this game better be good.
it becomes Eldegoss. As you can see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head.
And it also has a huge tumor.
These
Someone should get a
seeds
right on
promote
that.
growth in plants and can revitalize both people and Pokemon.
This I'm also not sure if I like.
What? Maybe the
All I
like
can
official
say is
art will be better.
There
Maybe.
are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region for you to
Because
discover.
I really like
Of
Corviknight
course,
in terms of
you can look
design.
forward
It's
to
just
finding many
edgy
Pokemon
enough.
you're already familiar with. I hope
You know
you're
what
as
would make you
excited
mad
as
if they
we
only
are
showed Gen
to
1
encounter the
Pokemon while they
amazing
said that.
variety of Pokemon that inhabit
Yeah,
the
that
Galar
would be
region.
painful.
Man, this sprawling stuff, it looks good, and I hope it's not tedious to
Lots
travel.
of Pokemon is one of the thrills of the adventure. And where you will find the widest variety of Pokemon out of anywhere in the Galar region is in a place called the Wild Area.
Oh wow,
This
that's
wild area
not very creative
stretches between
sounding.
cities and is filled with abundant nature as far as the eye can see. Different
They really
Pokemon
did
will
it.
appear depending on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day.
They basically just made it open
You
world.
already have noticed,
So,
but while
basically-
adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items.
Okay.
So we will be just like
Search far
searching
and
for
wide in the tall
Pokemon.
grass, in the skies
Just
above,
like-
and even in the
but
lakes. for you
Because
never
it's
know what you
Pokemon
might
Switch,
find.
they can just like appear in the back of like,
In
oh my
certain
god, it's a
locations in the
Milotic, we
Galar
gotta get
region,
it, get
a
it.
new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible strength. This
I don't
phenomenon
like how
is
this
called
is sounding.
Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new
dear.
possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers
I
and
can
their
just
Pokemon.
imagine your face.
For more details,
Yeah,
I would like to
like-
turn it over to Iwao, the planning director for the game.
This is tough because I'm like, okay, this seems so interesting. This seems completely uninteresting, and I'm just stuck in the middle
Hi,
of
I'm Iwao,
two modes
the
right
game
now.
and the planning director for Pokemon Sword.
'Cause I don't care about. I already don't care about Dynamax.
Yeah, but listen anyways.
the open world stuff.
Just listen
This will
anyways.
surely bring about all new strategies to Pokemon battles. Pokemon from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become massive in size, but also boost their power.
This game better not be easy. I will be mad if it is easy. I'll be mad if
All the moves
Dynamaxing
they
is
know
broken.
Turn into powerful max moves. Dynamaxing can be used once per battle. However,
Okay, good.
the Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns. So, you need to choose wisely when to trigger it.
Alright,
Mastering
that doesn't
Dynamax
sound
will be key to
too
becoming
bad.
a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in these games. Remember that wild area we told you about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there. One of these new multiplayer features is called Max Raid Battles.
Okay,
in which
this is all fine
Pokemon
now.
trainers
Weavile here
join
to save the
forces
day.
Challenge wild Dynamax Pokemon.
Also, I wonder if
In
I'll
Max
ever
Raid
change the
battles,
design for the
wild
girl because it's just
Dynamax
so good.
Pokemon keeps its giant form for the entire battle. Not only that,
Oh, so
it
this
also
is
has
like one of
special
those
powers
raids
that make
from
it
the,
an extremely formidable opponent. Only
from,
one of these 4 players who have
the
teamed up
Pokemon
for
Go
the max raid
stuff.
battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle. So coordinating with your team will be crucial when taking on these powerful wild Pokemon.
Yeah, but is this like local? Because we don't have.
If you and your allies
Active
manage
friends
to
with
emerge
switches.
victorious, you will get a chance to capture the Pokemon in a truly dynamic catch sequence. The Pokemon that you can take on in max raid battles
I
also
wonder what the
vary
story
depending on
for
where
it
you
is going
are
to
in
be.
the wild area and the state of the weather. Among these different Pokemon are some that can only be caught after you defeat them in max raid battles. So we hope trainers will join forces and test their skills against a
Oh
variety of
no.
Pokemon.
Pokemon locked behind multiple. I guess that's normal.
Yeah,
Max raid
dude.
battles feature strategic,
Maybe there'll
cooperative
be like
four-player
no
gameplay
trade
against a single
evolutions
Pokemon,
this time.
which is a first for
But
the main series of
they'll just have
Pokemon
max
games.
raid battles.
Okay, some things is at first that we just missed.
It's going to be a ton of fun to use your Nintendo Switch system's local
Oh.
wireless functionality to tackle these battles with friends in person and experience the excitement together. You can
Okay,
also
cool,
connect
but we
with
don't
other
have friends with
players over the
Switches.
internet to enjoy playing with other trainers from all around the globe.
Okay,
So
cool.
I
That's
hope you'll
fine
try
too.
Max raid battles with all sorts of other players.
Hopefully, it won't get incredibly boring and unfair.
Next, I would like to introduce some of the people you'll encounter on your adventure.
They only showed like 4
This
extra
guy is
Pokemon.
the
That's
greatest
great.
trainer in the Galar region, and also the
I
current
knew it.
champion. His name is Leon. In a region where Pokemon battles are so widely enjoyed, his undefeated record in official matches
Of
is
course,
all
he
the
has
more
Charizard.
incredible.
Of course, he
His
does.
popularity is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning him the adoration of trainers across the region. It's no exaggeration.
They look so
to say that
normal.
he is the most prominent
Yeah, and that
trainer
woman's
Which
about,
makes
and that
him
woman's about to lose
Clash
it.
with them completely, but I like the NPCs looking so
also
normal.
happens to be
Yeah.
one of your rivals. His name is Hop. Hop
Oh,
belongs to
okay,
of
they
One of your
ruined it. They
rivals?
ruined it
elder
all.
brother, and
His
he
name
trains
is Hop.
vigorously
I'm
every
changing
day
it.
towards this
I'm
goal.
changing it officially. Why?
His journey through the Galar region begins on the same day.
By
as
the way,
yours.
he better actually be like, I don't want him to be
On
like a
your journey,
douche, but
you and Hop will
competitive.
receive a great
Actually,
deal of support
please.
from these 2 characters. Professor Magnolia is the professor of the Galar region. and
Ooh, I
specializes
like
in
that
researching
name.
The Dynamax phenomenon. Sonia is her granddaughter and also serves as her assistant. There are
And we'll be
abundant
Great
receiving a
hairstyle.
flurry of
Come
fan
in
art
throughout your
starting
adventure.
now. Like, oh my gosh, so much. I like the dynamic of like the champion. I was thinking like maybe if the champion was like your
Next,
family,
I
but
would like
like
to talk
I
about
guess
the
if it's your
Pokemon
rival's
gyms
family,
in
that
the
could be
Galar region.
interesting.
You and your rival will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion. These gym stadiums are constructed in very special locations that allow for Pokemon to be Dynamaxed.
Wait,
The gym leaders
Why do you
also
say
have
that?
extremely powerful
Can't we just
Dynamax
use them
Pokemon
normal
on their
anyways?
teams, so you will need to counter them.
that is
with
actually
some of
very
your own.
intimidating.
Yeah, it is.
Like, look at that thing. That has
This
a
looks like the
giant
first
stick.
gym. This is the first gym.
Explosive, and will cause the energy and excitement in the stadium to reach its peak.
Wait,
Yeah, this is the first gym because
me introduce
he's using
one
a
of the gym
Grookey.
leaders.
yeah.
This is the grass.
Oh no! He's a gym leader.
This gym leader
Yeah, I
is
know.
all about enjoying
I just thought he was like a
battles
gym
alongside his
trainer that they were
Pokemon.
going to show the gym
And
leader
you
of
will have to
later, and
overcome
then
these
he looks
tenacious
so
fighting styles
bad.
to continue your journey.
You know,
Look at him. He's like Krillin,
I'm
except not
curious.
in
More
dairy.
heated battles against gym leaders over the.
do you only do one battle in the gym?
We've shown off
You know,
quite
that is a
bit
good
today,
question.
But
But
I have
yet, you
one
haven't shown
more
off a
video
lot.
I would like you to see.
This is the legendary thing, isn't it?
Please take a look.
Oh, for sure. No, the thing I saw was actually Dynamax, so I'm not sure what's coming up next.
Oh. Okay. Oh, no, it is. There it is. Hi, Solgalio's cousin. Oh, okay. That is just the wolf. So they're just both... Okay. So they're both like different versions of wolves.
They're already constantly fighting. Johto still stays
Okay,
winning
don't you
with
bring this
no
up. Shut
fighting
up. This has
legendaries.
nothing about anything with the Johto and the... Wait, they're gonna show something
guess
else
it-
as well? Already?
The third. Oh,
Oh, thank God they didn't, unless I'm...
The
Oh,
two
thank
Pokemon
God
you
they
saw in
did!
the
They're
video just
learning!
now are in fact legendary Pokemon of the Galar region
Oh,
called
thank
Zacian
God.
and Zamazenta.
and what? Okay.
I'm sure their
Look forward to
names are
discovering
very
for
culturally
yourself just
significant.
what role
I actually
Zacian
like
and Zamazenta
Zacian.
will play in the story.
I like, yeah, Zacian. I might be coming on a bit.
hope you
I
enjoyed
think
today's
they're a bit
Pokemon
too
Direct.
busy.
Of course, what we
Well, the
revealed
thing
today
is
just
that
a small part of what
they're
you will
adorned
find in
armored
Pokemon Sword and
designs.
Pokemon Shield.
So that's the point.
Yeah, I guess that's the
Many more
point.
Pokemon and interesting characters for you to discover in the gallery.
Man, a wolf with a sword in its mouth is like a really good anime
We're
trope that
putting
I actually do
everything we've
like.
got here at Game
So-
Freak.
Yeah, because I'm
making
thinking
Pokemon
it's
Sword
not
and Pokemon
it's
Shield,
it just has a
that
sword,
everyone around the world
It's a
will
which
mystical
I am
sword.
interested in. Yeah.
Man,
Please look
looking
forward
back,
to it.
this trailer revealed exactly the amount.
Thanks
that
to all
I'd
of our
once-
guests from Game Freak.
Oh wait, yes.
Finally, I would like to announce the release date.
Oh,
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be available.
Well, that
on
seems
November
about right.
15th,
Oh, I don't like that art.
global
Yeah,
simultaneous release.
I
On
don't
the
either.
same
Like
day,
the shield looks
we'll
like
also be
almost like a
offering
2D
dual
object,
pack version,
which is
which
why
includes
sword
the
is
following
best.
contents. I hope you will look forward to your new Pokemon
So
adventure in the
you're
gallery.
good. Oh wait, you're not going to get this. I don't know if you'll
Thank
even
you
get
for
to like a
watching.
Switch or whatever in the midst of time between now and then also get this and not anything else.
Oh no! If I got a Switch, I wouldn't get this. I someone needs to play it. Someone who also disliked the past 4 games needs to play
Oh,
it, and
boy.
then tell me it's good.
Yeah, well, you're
And
not
then
getting
I'll
that
buy
out
it.
of me.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I wouldn't be able to.
I only
you
dislike half out of the past 4 games.
Yeah, you if you like it, that would be a plus. But I definitely need more opinions before. So like at the end of this direct, I'm in the same position I was at the beginning, which was I'm sure this will be fine.
Well,
The only thing I will say is I'm glad they finally went open world. That's basically open world. I'm still not sure what that means for locations, so I still have to see it to actually see what that means. Basically, everything looks interesting, but I still have to actually see how it works, because that's basically how I felt last time. Everything looks interesting,
Because-
and then I saw how it worked, and I'm like, oh.
because the thing is that, for example, it just reminds me of the Rotom boost. But like Dynamaxing is, you know what I'd like if just like as trainers went on, in just like, whoops, turned out I Dynamaxed this one. Like, oh crap, I was not prepared for you to do that. Just like normal trainers.
Yeah, because that's a big problem where no normal trainers Megad, no normal trainers used Z moves, so...
It's like there were only normal trainers that had annoying combinations, not like back in the days of Hoenn, where they could kick your butts.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm curious about how the multiplayer thing works, but it's even the part where, and I don't want to be too negative, but even the part where you saw the move screen, I just saw Dynamax in the same position all the other gimmicks are in, and I'm like,
I knew
it
that
just
triggered
it
you.
feels forced. Yeah, it feels like we need to do something when you really don't.
Maybe they just didn't
Just
want to show
make
off,
a
like,
new
the items or
region
something.
and make the games. You honestly nothing else.
But
I personally, because there might be people who think,
'Cause I was
yeah,
about
Pokemon
to
needs to do
say-
something different,
I was-
but I personally think you don't need to do this.
I was about
Just make the game.
to say that it's possible that if they don't, critics will get on them for it. It's like, this is just another normal Pokemon game, even if this is just like one little thing they're not doing if you took it away for want of a nail in that timeline.
Yeah, I mean that's because people were ruthless to New Super Mario Bros. And those games are actually good.
Yep. So I think I don't know how much of the franchise does rest on people being all about gimmicks, because that does inform opinions. I mean, does inform like game design opinions. I mean.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
maybe I know it's not like completely. This is just like, oh, it's our fault these games are like that. But it's like I'm starting to think that maybe that it's part of that just like reaction is, because you have to realize as well that kids and young teens are the ones like clamoring for these games, and also adults who grew up with them. It's like
Now,
that specific.
isn't the Pokemon fan base like largely 22-year-olds now?
Well, yeah, but that's why I said the people who at least went from there before, they're still marketing as a family thing, but they still have also kids and teens in mind. So knowing that, maybe they actually got like feedback that like maybe those sections loved the gimmicks, or maybe their sample size for like that kind of stuff it would be Japanese stuff where they seem fine with whatever.
I mean, loads of people. Actually, I hear Japanese people are a lot more ruthless
Really?
in modern games than we are.
I heard like that was just a small subset.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it depends. You can never be sure. People can push any opinion they want. People can make anyone seem to have any opinion they want. So I can't be sure, but I know that there are plenty, and I'm sure more people love the gimmicks than don't. But I'm just thinking, anytime there's a new Pokemon game, I'm just thinking, okay, so what's the gimmick going to be? That's going to be really flashy for the trailers and inform the gameplay and negatively impact it. And I'm like, oh, it's this. Where I don't need power boosts, I just need strategy. And it's at the point where I'm thinking, okay, I have a team, I need to put a legendary or I need to put a mega on my team, and it's where it's like, now I'm making my team with stuff that I wouldn't normally put, and stuff has been forced onto my team, when before that wasn't the case. And I don't like that.
Well, I mean, my special problem with that kind of stuff was intentional handicapping. Where, like with the EXP all that happened, I still haven't experienced X or Y to see how truly broken it is.
I mean, you can turn it off, so it's not a
yeah,
big
I know,
deal.
but that's just the thing. I feel like I shouldn't have to. In the way there's like, oh, this, because that's just a direct help thing. That's like, it's not even like, it lies under like being an easy mode. Because it's not like an official, just like big selection on that point, but it is something that is just direct help, easy mode kind of thing, without really
Ironically,
saying it.
Me, a bigger Pokemon cynic than you, I think EXPL is great because basically you can just use it to, oh shoot, my Pokemon's under level. Let me use it, do a few battles and level up everyone.
Here's the thing. I think the concept of it is fine. I just think that the numbers for it's too much. You have to realize that in the end, trying to raise up other Pokemon, other than trying to put up strategies, does technically fall under tedium. It technically falls under something you have to do because this is an RPG.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. The thing is, it's just that if there were places to train, it wouldn't matter. Because that's the thing. The best Pokemon game still to this day, in terms of training, is Black 2 White 2. You just go to big stadium, small court, do like 15 battles, trainer battles daily. Just you instantly level up the Pokemon. It's really easy. And I
much prefer that.
Later games just don't have that.
So
even that's the thing where the EXP share, if its intended purpose, if you don't use it, is to like level up your Pokemon with a few battles. If there's no place to actually battle, then it isn't really as helpful as it should be, which I'm fine with because I think it's perfectly fine. So I don't mind the XPR. It's just that the games,
how it is,
the games don't really design themselves around the fact that it's made more convenient. Is how I describe it. Like, it's good that games are more convenient, but they should do more with that fact. Like the biggest thing I can, and this is a bit of a long tangent, so we should get back to the Sword and Shield. But the biggest, so we can say some positives and not just have a completely negative video. But the thing is that well, this already is completely negative. Like I said, it looks fine. The thing is that we got rid of the THMs. Even though that's for another time. But we got rid of HMs. I don't like HMs, by the way, if that's what you think. But we got rid of HMs. Does that mean you get a lot more interesting puzzle mechanics in the overworld? Nope. Oh no, the overworld's probably going to be even less interesting. Because it's open world and that's good, but there are games that are open world that still have interesting overworlds.
Exactly, but maybe think about this.
But I don't know if Pokemon can do that.
There could be areas with rarer Pokemon just like in them that you have to figure out how to get to using certain things. That's a possibility, but probably not a probability. Like, it's probably not probably going to happen, but it's possible.
The whole point of open world is that there are lots of small locations where you can do interesting things. But if they just call it wild areas, then it's just a big field.
Well, that could just be one of the wild areas.
Yeah, so I have to reserve judgment until we find out more on that.
Especially considering
I'm
the
just
map.
throwing out things that come to mind. That this could be good, this could be bad, this could be good, this could be bad.
Because the thing is that also you have to realize that getting stronger Pokemon, just like finding rare Pokemon, was also a point of technical tedium, but that's how the RPG works. That's literally how the experience works. Because the system isn't exactly designed, apart from Pokeballs basically having a low catch rate for the rare Pokemon, the system isn't practically designed to make trying to get those Pokemon specifically as hard as it needs to be without the encounter rate being part of the challenge. So just seeing them, like being just like sure that they might not just appear all the time, just it still may be like another version of the encounter rate, if anything, but like a more definable version. I just wonder exactly, just like I'm walking over like, man, that's an awesome rare Pokemon. And there it is!
You know, they basically fused, and this is a positive, they basically fused the overworld wild grass mechanics from the main games with the Pokemon in the overworld from Pokemon Go, which seems to be a good compromise.
I mean, let's go. That is one thing.
Yeah, let's go. Because everyone was like, yeah, let's get rid of encounters. Which, no. But this seems like a good compromise.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, the entire point of the structure of the game to be changed to an extent like how it is right now is fine. It's just, when you consider the overall issue of a challenge versus tedium, lines start blurring and people have different opinions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's yeah. So yeah, basically, because I can't accept, and even in the Pokemon franchise, like I can accept a lot of the tedium in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Many people can't at all.
Yeah,
While
many people.
I find the tedium in something like Sun and Moon unbearable, while other people, like, I can replay that game 6 times. I can't even replay it once.
All these people in June having Game Pride parades. We should have Heart Gold, Soul Silver's tedious parades, and I'll join that. I'll be part of that minority.
So basically, I completely lost my train of thought. Basically, so it's a tough balance that they have to try and balance. Basically, I want to see the locations. Like I said,
the locations are already very interesting looking from right now, but those could just be central hubs, and then side places are not interesting. And I hope they don't do that. Obviously, that's
the thing with when you were saying, hey, the most important thing is catching Pokemon, and you're like, that's not true for you. Where the context for that is, the most important thing for me in any Pokemon game is an interesting region. That's the most important thing, and then second is the designs. Not the designs. I have to figure out what's second, but most important is the region.
Speaking of the
and the region
designs,
does look interesting. So if the region is interesting, even if the rest of the stuff is just fine, I might still just love it. Like let's say a comparable game like Pokemon Black and White or Emerald. not Emerald. Emerald's kind of too close to the top. Yeah, I guess Emerald, where it's a fine. It doesn't get in my S tier, but the games are good. So we'll see. One thing I have to say about Dynamax. Two things I have to say about Dynamax. One, at least it's only 3 turns.
Yes.
And two,
okay.
there might be so many gimmicks in like say 6 Pokemon games from now that if you are only allowed to use one gimmick for each battle, well, actually that's not the case because you can have Megas and a Z move. Can you?
Yeah, well, I think so. Even
Oh, well, that completely destroys what I was gonna say. But if you could only have one gimmick per battle, then what gimmick the other person chooses could be a part of the strategy. So it's not just
yeah, if they
hey, I
start
have
like
a big
segregating
nuke.
it, and just like okay, you can only have this or this or this, and it just like that. Man, that would like completely change the face of meta competition just forever.
But it doesn't seem to be the case since you can already have a Mega and a Z move.
I mean, just like that would. I mean, it would be a big upset. And, like I'd love to see that. See
Yeah, they could always change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Just like how allowing Primal de-evolutions just to be there with everybody else, it was a terrible idea.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even. Yeah, awful.
But yeah, I was trying to steer this conversation to the 4 Pokemon designs, which is one of the things like most people are talking about first, but we just kept going on and on. So let's try and do that. The thing is that I am completely, well, I kind of like the evolved form of whatever that flower thing was. I already forgot its name. It's like I kind of like it. Of course, I'm probably not going to use it for anything. And just like sheep is cute. But the thing is that I really like just something about the very in detail of how they design the crow is just I really like it, but I don't want to say, oh, I'll use it on my team. I've stopped saying that because just anything can come up later, and something that I'm really proud of them for doing, and I'm sure you've heard me say it during the direct a lot of times. It's like something that I'm really proud of them doing is keeping the Pokemon on a down low.
Oh yeah.
Just like I
mean,
incredibly okay. I wasn't angry, but I was annoyed with just like how much they were showing, and then knowing the number of Pokemon that were in Sun and Moon. Just like you've basically showed us 3/4 of everything.
Basically. I will say that I would have loved to know if regional variants were back.
I mean, I think that's a second trailer thing rather than a first trailer thing.
I guess that's true. That's an E3 thing, because E3 is basically in like 2 weeks.
Oh man, that is so... that's going to be another little spot of work for us.
For me, I think the Pokemon are... If I were to compare it to another region, I would say Kalos, where they're fine. None of them are, which is basically what this entire game seems to be, but I like them. I don't love them like certain regions where it just has some awesome stuff. I don't hate them like certain regions where I'm thinking, oh, I don't really like a big chunk of these. But nothing really drew me in and made me just lean in instantly go, that's amazing. Like, say, I might take too long thinking of an example from the previous generation. But yeah, it's just, they look good. I love, the sheep is probably my favorite. The bird is my second favorite.
Well, of course,
and then,
as I said, it's sheep in the big city. Of course, it's your favorite.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for my first fan art. But, well, no, my first fan art is going to be one of the characters, but my second fan art. But basically, the others seem fine. I'm not sure what to think about. I think the big cotton ball is too big, and also...
Well, if they made it too small, it'd just be another Whimsicott.
And I was about to say that the grass type and its evolved form feel like every other grass type.
I know, that's what I've been saying. And their descriptions for it is the same. blah blah blah. It prefers clean places because, of course, and its petals or pollen or whatever
It
soothes
even had a
people.
French inflection in its name, and I'm like, oh, this is just a careless
Well,
Pokemon.
no, it's not even just that. Just the, I want. I don't know if they'll dial back down on Pokédex descriptions, but just like
No, they won't, because they definitely went up last gen, which is another plus I give to Sun and Moon. They started giving everyone unique stuff again.
Yeah, but I mean, just like I am 100%. If there's one thing that I don't like about the Pokédex, it's that grass types are incredibly standard and boring and do the same thing. Just like,
Yeah.
look, plants aren't only to see. There's some plants that will screw you up.
Yeah, but they're
And they
always
live in
like
and
the
some plants that
trees,
live
they're
in
ghost
swamps.
types, they're
Just like,
yeah.
come on, guys. You gotta think big. Just like a plant that like spreads certain like those like daffodils, like one of those like flowing seeds or whatever. What if like there was like a flying grass type that accidentally did that from its fur, but those seeds were like actually really heavy, so that there's a problem where it's sometimes when it flies and it sheds, the seeds like accidentally fall down and cause damage on people and things. It's like, that's interesting. How about that?
Yeah, that is interesting. But yeah, so interesting Pokemon. How much? This is also controversial. I guess we should be wrapping up now. But how much Pokemon do you expect? I want them. I think we are officially past the time
Of
where we
plus
get
100.
more than 100 Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm fine with
We-
80, 90. I'm fine with 80, 90, depending on the amount of legendaries, because that is now a thing I have to think about.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because huge Sun and Moon problem where 25% of the Pokédex were legendaries and starters, and since the Pokédex was like 82, that means over 20 Pokemon you don't see during the games, which means you only see around 60 Pokemon. But since there are a lot of evolutions, you're basically only seeing like 40 Pokemon in the entire region,
Yeah.
which is madness. So yeah, they need lore, and they're probably going to go to a lower number of legendaries. Well, who knows? Because Gen 4 and Gen 5 were both really big, so who knows? But I am thinking 80 to 90 as well, with 6. I mean, Hoenn with 9 was a good sweet spot, but I like Johto 6.
Yeah. Well, this has been the trailer. When you say fine, I always envision it as just like that being your meh instead of it's good but not remarkable. It's like when I say something's fine, I do specifically mean it's good but not remarkable.
It's a solid 7 trailer, 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's
I
better
need
then.
to see more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now it's time to wait until the inevitable reaction mashup where everybody's screaming and the inevitable Gelburu boom.
Yeah, you know, it's like it's one last thing, and I don't know how this will be interpreted. This my final point. I guess we can end with this, in that the trailers to me ever since they kind of don't really matter to me. This is what This is what I expect to see in the games, but I can't really have an opinion on them until the game is actually out. Because
Ooh, Project Astra has just posted his reaction. That'd be great. But continue.
interesting. But yeah, because like Sun and Moon's trailers were the best Pokemon advertisement I've ever seen. And we all know what I think about those games. So the trailers are basically I can't really I've really lost the ability to have, maybe my opinions aren't genuine because I know I'm trying to not be hyped because I need to actually see what the games are like before. So maybe your opinions, and your opinions are probably more positive than mine, should have more weight in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, like this would be the part where I'd be like, nah, don't worry about it, buddy. I'm sure you're, but I'm actually just like, yeah, actually, your thing is informed by that whole experience thing, and you specifically trying to lock away your hype. So I don't want to say that I'm the voice of the people, but I'd say that maybe I'm slightly closer.
I'm also the voice of the people. We're just the voice of two different groups of people. The fan base is basically split in two now.
Yeah, but you always see your side of the fan base, and I seem to see both sometimes where I go.
No, I see my side of the fan base. I mean your side as well.
You never seem to talk about them.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Alright.